Hey y'all, hey. Whoa, I'm cooking dinner. Oh, I'm trying to cook dinner. That's what I'm trying to do. Ooh. I'm trying to cook me some fiddles for my family. My name is on his phone is driving me crazy. Anywho, I am Dr. Amira, and guess who I am? I am the crystal. What type of crystal am I? Rock. Okay. What am I? What am I? What am I? Goddess. Oh my. Y'all know I'm a housewife, a stay-at-home mom, so y'all gonna hear the washing machine in the background, and that's the current washing machine and the dryer, and you're gonna hear some dishes slanging because that's what I do. Okay, I slang dishes. Okay, you're gonna hear some water running because I'm gonna wash dishes as I cook. Because my husband did breakfast or lunch today. I was like, well. And he let me take a bit of a nap. I had to take me a little bit of a nap because I really went to bed really late last night. So I said, well, let me get a little nap. So he was nice enough and kind enough to make our son some uh, lunch. So I gotta wash these dishes he left in here, which is okay. It is what it is. Hey, we made a deal for another deal, right? That's what teamwork do. That's what my Jazzy Life and some of these other mommies need to learn when you're in a marriage. Well, they not in a marriage, but even before we got married, we kind of had like a team thing going on. You know what I'm talking about? A teamwork. Because it's just a team. It's a team. We a team. You understand what I'm talking about? That's one of the things they wrote about us in the when you get your adoption paperwork, they put that information in there when they do what they call a home study, which Olivia didn't allow them to do a home study. How you doing, Passion? Thank you to my man. Okay. Thank you to my man. All right. Oh yeah, I'm sorry about this noise. I'm clunking and clink. And some of y'all are who really sensitive toward noise. I have people like that in my life, but I mean, y'all got to bear with me for a minute, okay? Y'all know what's going on. I already told y'all. Welcome to the Crystal Palace. Welcome to the Crystal Palace. All right. Dang, I probably trying to get this breakfast done because I'm dinner. I'm kind of hungry myself. Don't get it twisted. I woke up a little hungry. I got my ginseng in my system. Let's see how this do. I'm gonna have to find somewhere to get this made because they sure played me. Anyway, welcome to the Crystal Palace. Take off your shoes. Y'all can come in. Actually, I can come in the parlor room where the kitchen is because I'm cooking. Okay, I'm cooking. I'm trying to get all this stuff done before time because it's ridiculous. You understand me? Man. Anyway, so let's get started going. What's going on, Passion? Welcome to the Crystal Palace. Okay, so let's get a couple things off the way before we even begin to start talking here. Now, a couple of things. Sometimes I don't be knowing what y'all saying on that I don't know if y'all talking to Jasmine, if y'all talking to me. So I have to make myself abundantly clear. Like, I don't know what y'all talking about. I really don't. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be straight up honest. Okay. Sometimes I'm like, I know you ain't talking to me, dog. I be like, wait a minute. I was like, well, I don't know if y'all talking about Jasmine. I know it's one comment one of my crystals left. I'm like, girl, I don't even know what you're talking about. But I was like, I don't want, if I wrote that, I don't want her to think I'm being rude or anything. But I just don't know what she's talking about in the terms of somebody's having IEP and me being a mandate reporter because I'm a healer. What makes me more of a mandate reporter, I can't remember if they have law, if they have that law in with healers. I'm sure they do, but I don't remember it. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. It's been a while. Okay, it's been a while since I studied some of the laws. Most of the laws I don't remember. I remember all the laws, but I don't remember. I remember all of them except for that one. I don't recall that being a law necessarily, but I'm sure it is. But what makes me more of a mandate reporter, and let's be clear about this, is the fact that I took those classes, and they said if you see anything wrong, then you have to report it. So many people have already reported my Jazzy Life because of her, because of what they see. They already reported CPS, and CPS has, in the state of Texas, have not, taken them children. So again, a lot of people already reported her. Nothing really has been done. Now they probably set up a situation where she had to do a to-do list for the children now, or recommendations for her to do. And I'm sure that she calls herself working on them at the very minimum, right? And what happened is also foster. One thing I do know for a fact. Let me tell you what I do know for a fact. And everything I'm gonna say is allegedly. Everything is 107 protected by selection. You know what I mean? You right there. You see the little writing on the wall. Okay, y'all read that 107. Okay. 1976. For use commentary. Blah blah blah. Right. So of course, dang it, y'all. Of course, you're gonna. With right now, what's going on with foster care is the fact that a lot of times with foster care, they are kind of it's kind of packed up, right? Especially in areas like Texas. And so what they try their best to do before if it's an emergency where they gotta remove the children, where they see something real crazy, like if they walked inside of Jazzy's life and she had like drug familiar or whatever around, and they would have had to automatically take the children, or if the house was filled with feces, you know what I mean, that kind of thing. It was real bad. Now, if it got little roaches, they don't really take children because the person got little roaches. I'm gonna keep it real, okay? But if it's real bad, that's one of the things that we discussed in class. They'll take them. You know what I mean? Or if somebody, like, let's say if Philip was like, my children are living in an unstable environment, and if Philip was a decent human being or whatever, he didn't have no rest record. And even with some of them, they can get their children, right? If they biological children. So then they'll be like, okay, if Philip pressed it, then yeah, they'll do something. But nobody in my dad's life family, from my understanding, is pressing it. Okay? How you doing, Latoy? Welcome to the Crystal Palace. Y'all know I'm washing dishes, okay? Y'all know I'm in the kitchen. I'm cooking. So you're going to hear it. And then I'm washing clothes. Y'all going to hear housewife stuff because I'm a housewife and a stay-at-home mom. Okay? So, again, they're not going to be so much in a rush to take those children unless they have something very, very substantial. And yes, I know we saw those videos, but sometimes DCS may not feel like it's deemed necessary. They just work with my dad's like to try to do and resurrect, or I said resurrect, resolve the issue that is had. Okay, but believe you me, I do feel like they building a case. I'm telling you. So everybody has already called on her, so we're gonna leave it at that. Now, if more people want to call on her, y'all feel damn skippy to do so. I'm a bit sensitive on some levels, right? Um, and I've had a conversation with my particular caseworker because when you are adopting or if you're fostering, you have a caseworker. The child has a caseworker, and I already told you I don't feel like going into detail about that, but you have a caseworker. So I've already talked to my caseworker, and my caseworker says I didn't necessarily talk to her about my Jazzy life, but general questions. I didn't put my Jazzy life in there. For some of y'all to go, oh, you read her out. No, I just asked a couple of questions, and she said it had to be something really major. But again, it depends on what state you living in too. And that's what she told me. And she said, well, that's really bad. At very least, she'll have to have a caseworker. that particular person would have to have a caseworker, and they would have to and this was on this particular caseworker that I had. It was her last day, so I just started asking her some wild questions. We had a really good talk. She probably sat up my house for about 2 hours, and we just had a really good talk in regards to, you know, how YouTube, social media, and all that other stuff. And she gave me a lot of great information, but that's a whole nother conversation. So let's move on. Okay. Um, I understand I'm a stay-at-home mom and wife too. See what I'm saying? All right. So, as far as me calling, I mean, if y'all feel froggy and feel the need to call on my Jazzy Life, then by all means, I'm in support of that. That's what you want to do. Okay. But I don't think nobody should be telling me that I should be doing that. Now you do it. You know what I mean? So y'all can certainly do that. Yes, I have a healing center. Yes, my healing center is my own business. I have my own place in Louisville, Kentucky, which, you know, which I use for my business. It has 3 to 4 rooms in it. And people here in local Louisville, which I won't let nobody in at this time because, you know, COVID get ready to be real bad. And right now, it's just too much crazy. It's too much crazy people going on and doing all kind of wild, egregious things. So I have not allowed anybody in my healing center for quite some time unless I just personally know you. Unless you a regular client, you one of my clients, one of my major clients, and I work, you can come into the healing center. But shoot, you got to be privileged. I'm going to just keep it real. You know, I'm just having everybody order online, but that's another story. Anywho, so let's continue on. Grand Rising, welcome to the Crystal Palace, son. Okay, so anywho, let's continue on with this here. So I got to thinking. So I look at Blueface, you know, proposed to his first child's mother, and I said, well, this is real interesting. I said, this all of a sudden came out of nowhere. And sometimes men would do things like that to either keep you because they feel like they get ready to lose you when they don't care about you. Not all men. Now, some men legitimately propose to you because they love you, they're in love with you, they want to continue their life with you, and it's beautiful, and you make them feel good. You feel good, they feel good, we feel good, and y'all get married. Now, I'm not talking about them situations, and I'm not talking about a healthy relationship. We talking about a toxic relationship, okay? A toxic relationship online that we all see. So, anywho, so I got to thinking. I said, well, I told you I was going to come live at some point in time throughout the day. I said, I'm going to do some lives here and there. When my son goes to jujitsu today, I might get on here and do a live. If not, my home girl is there with her kid, then no, I'm not doing it because me and her gossip, okay? So, anywho, they did a good interview with Jason Lee. Don't like Jason Lee, but I watched the whole interview. I don't like him either. I'm gonna be honest with you. But if he has a good interview or a good guest on, then I'll watch it. Because frankly, I don't want to hear about Jason Lee's life. He gets on my nerves. He's annoying to me. I'm sorry. I did not like him trying to go in on Tasha K's child, calling him I've seen colorist names, and I felt some kind of way. And I was like, you know what? I hope you feel what you call people. You know what I'm saying? He deserved that. But anyway, so I said, well, I didn't watch the interview. Now, if you want me to watch the interview and do a reaction, I will do that. I will do that sometime today, okay? I'll listen to it. Anyway, but y'all gotta vote. If y'all vote, I'll do that on my when I get done, I'll do that on my community board. Uh, whether or not y'all want me to watch whatever. But right now, let's continue on. Thank you so much for letting me know about that, okay, Passion? Now, I said, well, so anyway, he proposed to, a Blueface proposed to, uh, what's her name, Jaylin or whatever her name is. I don't know. I don't keep up with these people. I don't even watch them. I really don't give a damn. But I was just going to make a comparison, okay? I follow my madness for a sec. Follow my madness. Now I'm gonna go all the way down the road. I'm gonna do some bumps and curves, okay? So don't y'all get on here and say, Dr. Mary, you everywhere. I am everywhere. Don't y'all get y'all butts on here and say that, cause y'all already know what it is. And sometimes I have to go everywhere just to make a point, okay? I just gotta make a point. Now let me make my point. Okay. Mm. Anyway, thanks for the sister that said that. I appreciate that because I understand because I think people are really learning my spirit. So I appreciate you that you say that. Okay. Now I'm just teasing. I really don't. That didn't really hurt. That didn't really bother me because it's true, right? The truth don't bother me. It's a lie that does. But shoot, I do talk everywhere. Anywho, so he messy. He had Jaiydan Blueface on there, and they discussed 10 years of relationship. I can't stand him, but it was interesting. Of course, I really don't even have to tell y'all. See the interview to know, but I am gonna watch it for y'all if y'all would like me to. But I don't even have to really see it to know what their relationship was like for that 10 years. Okay. And I'm not just talking about the little stuff he saw on social media, because sometimes people be trying to get a reaction. They like to give people reaction and outrage and stuff like that. That's what sometimes my Jazzy Life do. Sometimes these mommies do that, but whatever. That's neither here nor there. Let's go. I think he proposed to her to spite. Get out of my damn head, Latoya Rock. Yes, he did, because remember she was with the little white boy, the little white rapper dude. And so they was on the airplane, and he was telling her he got her baby, he got his baby, he got his little baby, and he got stole his bee or whatever. So he's like, yeah, I stole your female dog, and I would be damn when no white boy be calling me no female dog. I'm just gonna tell you, when no black man call me that, let alone a white boy. That's like some slavery stuff. Okay, so the interesting thing about that, yeah, of course he did it out of spite. Now that let's do a comparison. Let's do a comparison analysis. Okay, let's do a quick one. We ain't got all day. We're gonna do a quick one. Okay, we ain't gonna break it all the way down to the molecule. We're not going to break it all the way down to the C world factor. We're not going to break it down to the atom. Okay, we're not doing that today. Okay, because I only got a certain length of time because I want to get my house clean. Okay, and I can't sit on here with my beautiful crystals all day now. Anyway, so what was said? So he asked her to marry her. Of course, he had to make it publicly. Of course, that makes sense, right? That's what it is. Um, and he is going to marry her, but he ain't gonna be loyal to her. He's still gonna, if Krishan take him back any second now, he'll abuse her and take her back, and he'll be right there back with her. So let's just keep it real. We're not gonna play these games. Okay, so let's think about my Jazzy life. Remember, sometimes a man also does things to lock you down, right? Sometimes a man like that would do something to lock you down, to keep you, there, to make sure that you don't. I saw more chemistry between him and Jaiydan than him and Rock, right? You saw more chemistry than him and Rock. Well, what type of chemistry, that is? Erotic chemistry, or we talking about abusive chemistry? You know what I'm saying? Because I saw chemistry with everybody. I don't hit with him and his baby mama. I don't really see that. I don't really see what everybody else is see. I see that he don't really respect her either. He don't respect her. She's the only one that tolerates him, that's unconditional with him. And because she's unconditional, he'll kind of take her back, and he'll kind of take one for the team, but he don't want her for real. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. That's just what I see. Okay, so let's get into it. So of course, this ninja asked her to marry him. We all saw that. We all watched. We all were like, yeah. We knew that was coming, right? Didn't everybody on here know that he was gonna do that? I knew. And you don't have to be a psychic, or you don't have to be a holistic healer or intuitive to know, right? You kind of saw the writing on the wall, am I right? So we saw the writing on the wall. We knew he's gonna do that. Just like we knew my Jazzy Life was going to try to propose to Philip. And let me tell you something else. I really believe my Jazzy Life proposed to Cwis too. She just didn't. She probably filmed it, but he said no, and so she didn't put it out there. Okay. I honestly believe that my Jazzy Life proposed to Cwis too, and he told her no. And then he kept on saying, "Well, you don't rush me," and he started talking about let a man be a man and all that type of stuff because he didn't have no intentions on doing it. But that's neither here nor there. Let's talk about and discuss why my Jazzy Life. It's not about love, okay? Let's discuss why my Jazzy Life would propose to Philip. Let's talk about why allegedly my Jazzy Life would propose to even Cwis. And what we call him Buffalo, but over here, some of y'all might be like, ew, they call him Buffalo, but and why you talking about Philip got a face? Philip got a face on your mother can love. I mean, that's my opinion. And I'm not saying although all his children look like him, I'm not calling children ugly, okay? So get off my back. Okay? So he's like, so my Jazzy Life goes to propose to allegedly Cwis, and she definitely did with Philip online, and Philip didn't want to embarrass her, so he went ahead and agreed to it. Okay? Right? So because of that, what ended up happening is what ended up happening is she did what was the motive for her proposing? Was it love or was it about to keep other women to keep him near? Because remember my Jazzy Life has some female some male energy. I gotta understand that. My Jazzy Life has a lot of male energy, okay? Hi me. So my Jazzy Life has a lot of male energy, okay? And what do a lot of men do that don't really, not that they love you, I'm not saying that they don't love you, but in a lot of cases that the ones that not really about you like that, and they show you on a daily basis, they not really about you like that. But because, you know what I mean, think about why he married her, because he could have married her a year ago. He could have married her before he met Krishan, but he didn't. Why did he? And don't say, oh, he wasn't ready then. Yeah, right. He ain't ready now. What you mean? Right? But then you look at my Jazzy Life because she wanted them because she wanted to spite the baby moms. That's exactly the reason why she asked Philip to marry her. That's the reason why she asked Buffalo Butt allegedly to marry her, which she did not show that. So we don't have proof of that, but just a little inkling sensation. I feel that she did ask him to marry her. Okay? And she taped it and he said no, so she didn't show it. Okay? All right. So, and then he gave her things that she needed to do the same way CPS gave her things that she needed to do in order to do a check out for them to close the case. So Cwis also gave her a recommendation list. Okay. So what happened is when you got a person when you got a person that's trying to make you when you got a person that's trying to keep you, they'll do stuff like that. They'll come out the box and say, well, hey, I'll marry you, let's get married and this and that, because they want to spite another person, because they also want to trap you, just like they do with a baby, just like my Jazzy Life did with a baby. She did with a baby. Most people do the same. They got the same MO, okay? What's her MO? The MO is the first thing she does with a man is buy them. That's the first thing she do. I told you she a man. I keep trying to, I'm not calling her a man, but she has male energy, right? What's the first thing a man do? He wine and dine you when he first get with you, right? My Jazzy Life wine and dine the men. And then the second thing is she let them move in with her. She's been doing this. She's taught SES conversation with them, probably sending them pictures of her body and different parts of her body or whatever, like she did with that one stranger, right? They let them come over, offer them a better life from where they were, right? If there was a bum dude and he was staying on his grandmama couch, or he might have been staying with his girlfriend, but they were in a bad place, my Jazzy Life will convince him like, hey, this is a good place over here. You know what I'm saying? I'm handling my business. Everything that's on YouTube is just YouTube. It ain't real life. I just give people that ain't really my house. That ain't really how we get down. I'm just trying to make money and drama sells, right? So let's read these comments. I think Jazzy has been grieving and accepting the fact that her and Chris are over. She is not ready to tell us. Of course she's not. Jazz loves Chris and wants to spend her life with him. He isn't the man for her. I don't believe she loves him. I think she's still in love with Philip, though. But that's a whole other analysis that we better do. I think that Chris was a warm body, and she just so happened to she just did an energy transference. That's what we call it in the healing business. When you take on energy from somebody else, or that energy that you feel for somebody else, and just put it into another person. That's a lot of that comes when people don't know how to be by themselves, right? When people get out of other relationships, long term relationships, and they don't do any healing. That's what that is. And also a person in therapy, or if you're a healer, or if you're some form of healer. Healer could be a life coach. A healer could be a psychiatrist, a therapist, what have you. Any of those things, okay? And so a lot of times what happens is the client will begin to start taking on that energy from for the actual person that's helping heal them, and that happens. And you have to make some decisions. That's something that I went through in training, right? And you have to make it. Are you going to continue on to work with that client, or do you pass that client to someone else? Because if it get real crazy, then you might have to. But or your goal is to ultimately convince them, like, hey, you really don't feel like this about me. You just doing this because I'm helping you, and you never, and you got a voice with me, and nobody else has given you a voice, and that's really what it is. Okay, so let's continue on, because I went off the pathway a little bit. I told you I was gonna go off the pathway a little bit. Now, get off my back. So, anywho, my Jazzy Life. Hold on, let me make sure. Um, that's why she won't say Philip name. If there was no feeling, she would be able to say his name exactly. Chris will beat her eyes. And don't have to be with her. He'll have a problem with that. Okay, because he is jealous of Philip. I want to be honest with y'all when I say that. Okay, because Philip was able to get out of jail and get him somebody halfway decent. Now I don't know what Hannah's house and them look like, if it's clean, dirty, or what have you. But my what's her name? Hannah seems like a better option than my Jazzy Life is, in my humble opinion. Just based upon the fact that she gets out the house, she knows how to have fun, and the number one reason, she don't have no kids. Okay, she don't have no, and she educated. My Jazzy Life got a degree, and I'm not gonna sit up here. And I don't. One thing I don't do about people when they have a degree, the fact that they worked out. Now, whether or not somebody did it for her is what the streets is out there saying. Now, I don't care what college you went to. A degree is a degree is a degree. But that's just me. Now, everybody feel like that, but that's for me. If you got a degree, in most jobs, if you go into a place of business and you have a degree, even if it's an old school, okay, and the school don't no longer exist, as long as you have a degree, a job will take it. They don't give a damn now, because you got the degree, you got the training, okay. I know that to be a fact, because when I got my computerized accounting degree, that school was a rip-off school, right? To be honest with you, okay. And jobs still hired me in accounting, because a degree is a degree is a degree. Okay? So that's what happened. Anyway, so Sorry about that. That might be getting on your nerves, but whatever. I apologize. Okay. I'm cooking. I told you I'm a stay-at-home mom who's cooking for her family. I'm cooking a little light dinner. Okay. So anywho, my Jazzy Life not only proposed to Philip, and I know she did with Cwis because she was intimidated by the other baby mamas. Okay, she was intimidated, and she did it to spite the other baby mamas to say to the baby mamas like, "Look, I got him. Number one, he's here with me. He might have had more children with you on me, okay, but he's here with me. Not only is he here with me, but he accepted my engagement. Okay, he's wearing my ring. He's not wearing none of y'all rings. Y'all didn't ask him to marry. I asked him to marry me, and he said yes. Okay, and so the whole point of that's why she wears that ring. She wears that little fake ring on the ring finger because she's trying to make it seem to to Chris's baby mamas and the other women that have seen Cwis that, hey, I got him. We are married. We're going to get married. He's just not telling y'all, we ain't gonna tell y'all all of our business no more. But we actually are married. We're getting married or whatever. Which is why she wearing that ring, y'all. Which is why she wearing that ring. My bad. Jazzy be like, damn, I just cannot get it right with them in the men department. Hell, that ain't the only thing that she sucked on. But yeah, exactly. That's one of her biggest things, right? So, so that's one of the things that she did it for. She's trying to hold them down. See, every time my Jazzy Life get into a relationship, she's insecure and she always feel like they're gonna end up leaving her anyway. So the first thing she has to do is make sure she keep them around forever. That's one with a baby, right? Secondly, another thing she does is she buys them something that's associated with her, right? For example, a car, a truck, things like that, that's associated with them. And then the reason why a lot of these men that she get with don't put their name on stuff because they know they're going to be dipping out. So they don't put their name on like an apartment with her or a house because they're not going to be dipping. They're going to dip out. And they don't want that type of attachment. But they'll do a truck attachment or a car attachment or hence a PlayStation attachment or, an item like that. But I'm telling y'all that she does the same thing that Blueface did, okay? I don't know if y'all, maybe she needs a woman. She probably do. What she wrote? Something sounds good. I know. Here. Okay, let me cook on. What you doing now here? Boy, I'm doing a live. You doing a live? Yeah, I'm doing a live on my phone. And then you gotta go back in there. Yeah, then I'm done. Nah, I ain't going back in there. I'm just getting ready to go. I'm gonna get off this live in a minute. So just go on in there and let me do this live real quick, baby. Let mommy do this live. Give me a second, okay? Anyway, so she do need her woman. The way she rolls, she just got to be honest with herself. But a part of her, she like both. You know what I mean? And it's just it's more for her. I think it's more an image thing to have a man. A half a man is better than no man at all for her. So please understand that, okay, y'all? A half a man is better than no man at all. That's why she accepts anything. That's why she'll accept anything. And she'll go after everybody that one thing about my Jazzy Life, and I'm gonna be honest with you. Chrissy she tries to aim a little bit higher with men now. A little bit higher, right? My Jazzy Life don't. My Jazzy Life understands her spectrum of what she can get and what she can't get, right? So a bum like Cwis and Philip, of course she can get somebody like that, the old Philip. You know what I'm saying? So of course she can get certain people like that because she understands her limitations. She understands her scope of operation. She knows what she can get. She knows what she can't get. You understand what I'm saying? My Jazzy Life is not under no illusion. I'm trying to tell you, my Jazzy Life is not as dumb as everybody thinks she is. when it comes to men, she knows exactly what it is, and she knows that with a bum, it's easier to get with a bum and clean him up than to try to go get somebody out of her league. My Jazzy Life understands that certain men or just out of her league that just not gonna be bothered with her. She knows she can only get and Olivia understands that too now. Gerard was really out of Olivia's league, but Olivia's light skin attracted Gerard. Let's be honest. Gerard was into them light skinned girls. We're not gonna play this game. And he saw Olivia and thought she was nasty too, freaky, you know. And he's like, wow, that was right up his alley. So that's what happened. And Gerard kind of liked them chicks that got a little heat with them. You know what I'm talking about? And after a while, it wasn't what he thought it was gonna be. And so once one child in, he's like, all right, well, maybe this can work. Then he got about two children, and he's like, I'm pressing it. Then the third child, and he was like, oh, I don't know about that. The fourth child in and final child with her, he was. He was like, hell no, I'm out of here. You know what I mean? He's like, no more children, snip, snip, clip, clip. You know what I'm talking about. Okay? So my Jazzy Life has a lot of testosterone energy. And so in comparison, Blueface was trying to keep that girl and also get at because he knows that sometimes you have to reel them in. You got to give them little trinkets to keep them around. So the first thing he did when he left old girl, the first thing he did was he left old girl alone. He left her alone. The second thing he did was try to make that girl just as popular as he made the other girl, right? Because she not rock. Like he tried to make rock popular. He was like, okay, well, I'm gonna make her popular. I'm gonna go ahead and way I did Krishan because he just wanted a little attention. I'm gonna give her a little attention besides from me. Because he said, well, I gotta give her attention first, right? So he gave her attention first. Then the second thing, he gave her the public attention. Then he said, well, I'm gonna give her like a little rap career like I did Krishan. I'm gonna try to make her feel like she a celebrity. Then that's the second thing he did, besides, putting babies in her, right? We know that. Besides him putting babies in her, right? We already see that. Okay, so what's gonna happen is he gonna put another baby in her. Now, mark my words, he gonna put another baby in her. Okay, understand that. If Krishan gives him another chance, then he will go back to that so fast. Please understand it, okay, y'all. Even if he married, okay. Now he is gonna marry her eventually, okay, and they're gonna have a well-to-do wedding, and he gonna invite some popular people that's gonna be there, and he gonna be like, yeah, yeah, yeah. You know what I'm saying? I love her. I'm sorry, I did it wrong. Blah blah blah. Right? Uh, and then he gonna, like I said, he gonna put another baby in her, right? They're gonna have a couple more children. It's gonna be a trap for her because what he's doing is he's trapping her to make sure that she stays there and doesn't go anywhere, and don't try to get somebody else because when he was gone, people was trying to. She was talking to other people. She was macking allegedly. You know what I mean? And who could blame her? He was gone. He wasn't there, and he wasn't doing right anyway. So it didn't. Even if he was there, she was backing. I mean, hey, he wasn't doing right by her anyway. Anyway, so my Jazzy Life, same MO, same MO, same MO. So she always try to do the same old stuff. She purchased these items. She purchased gifts that she won't even purchase her dang on children because what she's trying to do is trying to lock them down. She's trying to get them and convince them to stay because now they done already seen how lazy she is. She don't clean up. She don't want to really produce. All she want to do is work on more children, which is why she trying to work on that second child, that second child with Chris. And Chris was like, "No, baby girl," he wasn't having it because he was on his way out. He said, "Well, I can leave out with one kid, but I can't stay, but I can't. Two will be a little bit difficult because that child support, when it does kick in, it's going to be a little bit more. So I ain't going to be able to do it. And then besides, I don't want to be trapped to her like that, right? My Jazzy Life wanted a little girl because she knows that that other girl, it ain't just that boy doing that for that girl. But that woman want to have control. That woman has control. I mean, quite naturally, if you kind of look at it, some of it I kind of understand, but some of it I don't. Right? But per se, She basically want control over Chris's time with her, right? And she don't want her child over to my Jazzy Life house because that's trifling. I don't blame her. I would want my children over to my Jazzy Life house either because it's nasty, and I would be worried about bugs coming back, and I don't want my child in a filthy environment, right? So she knows for a fact that that girl ain't really finna allow her, not finna really allow that. She already know and going in the gate that she not getting ready to allow that girl to come over there like that. She did that one time because she needed, because she wanted to hang, you know. But now that she know how my Jazzy life is, she ain't gonna let her go over there, right? And then so she's like, well, if I go ahead and try to have another baby with Chris, then Chris will love me more. And if I have a little girl, he'll really be here because he can't have a relationship with the other little girl, right? He can't have a relationship with the first daughter. My Jazzy life is always in competition with somebody. She's always in competition, right? She's always in competition. And then when she saw how LaKenya looked, that also intimidated her because my Jazzy like deep down inside know that she's struggling there in the in that area. You know what I'm saying? When she saw Gotti, she knew that well, hey, I gotta fix myself up. I gotta comb my hair. I gotta do this decently. I gotta do that. You know what I mean? Uh, and that's what it is. And so every time something good happened, see, my Jazz life is obsessed. It ain't just like, and it's allegedly, it ain't just like about them, but my Jazz life always try to outdo them. Whether she with Chris or not, she's gonna do that. I promise you, y'all. She's gonna always try to be like, look at me, look what I got, and look what I got. And she try to outdo everybody that she come into contact with. She's gonna always be obsessed with these women. Okay? And then she got mad at LaKenya because LaKenya is having side conversation because that I just like always try to find her a good Judy out of the baby mamas the same way she did with Philip, so she can get the 411 about what's happening with the other baby mamas because they all talk, right? So she thought she was gonna find friendship in LaKenya, so LaKenya will spill the beans on how Chris was, how who else, the other baby mama, and what she went through, so she can have a 411. Not understanding that if you are in a relationship with somebody and they have other children with somebody else, or they have exes, that it will behoove you. You can they can tell you, you can listen to the things that they tell you, but you don't believe everything they tell you because people will lie because they be jealous. I'm just telling y'all the real, okay? They'll lie because they're trying to be jealous. Or you got to also take into account that maybe they're not lying, but everybody has a different people are differently with the other person. Like I'm the way I am now. I've never been like this in another relationship with somebody else. I had the potential there, but sometimes people bring the worst out in each other. Okay, remember that. And my Jazzy life did not bring out the best in the relationships that she was in. She doesn't because she's not best for herself, right? She's not on a real good positive level within herself because she has low self-esteem. So of course she's not gonna bring the best out. She didn't bring out the best in Philip. I'm not being funny. I'm not saying that Philip. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know doggone well, Pimp. She didn't bring out. She didn't say, "Well, hey, baby, you need to stop doing that type of lifestyle." My Jazzy life was happy about that because she was happy as long as he was able to make women look crazy because those were her enemies, right? Because he figured like if he gonna sleep with them, he gonna pimp them out too, and he must care about me more so because he not pimping me out, right? I'm just saying, y'all. Just making an observation, all right? Who else y'all talking about in here? LaKenya said Jazz ain't finna roach up her house. We cannot be friends. She get many ways old king over there. Oh. Jazz was trying to be a dirty house kid, having a trap king. Oh my! He told Rock that he didn't want the baby. Exactly. Now let's take us back to that passion. He did not want that baby because Rock was not supposed to be the one that he have a child with. That he had a child. He wanted his children with Jalen. He didn't want children with Rock because he knows what type of a mother Rock would be. You know what I mean? He assumes what type because Rock drinks a lot. You get what I'm saying? Rock family is off the chain, and then you know you can't leave none of your children with none of her family. It looks like it, in my humble opinion, because they all kind of come off like. Woo! not that Blueface mama don't come off like woo either. You know what I'm saying? So you have to think about that. You have to think about that whole type of energy. Well, you don't have to think about because we really don't give a damn really because it's none of our business for real. We just gossiping about, right? Um, Comparison on that level. Now, my Jazzy Life them broke. You know what I'm saying? Blueface them uh can get more money than Jazzy. So we're clear on that. We understand that we get that, right? It is what it is. However, if we be honest with ourselves, we understand that it's the same concept. It's about trapping, right? It's about trapping people who would normally not want to be with you, or trapping people who would not normally stay with you because of who you are and how you get down, right? And my Jazzy Life do have to pay somebody here currently. She has to pay people to be with her because nobody is gonna like really take her seriously. Nobody has really taken her seriously. Philip didn't even take her seriously, but Philip just dealt with her because he grew up with her. You know, he raised her. Basically, his mama and him and his family raised her. Cause Cheryl hell didn't. Let's keep it real, okay? So that's what happens. Anyway, y'all, I'm done with my dinner. I just made a couple of new dishes and I gotta wash them. I'm gonna go ahead and eat my dinner. I drank my ginseng today and I'm feeling really good. So hopefully we did. I said we're gonna do a quick. We wasn't deep diving today, okay? I didn't feel like deep diving. We just did a quick analysis, okay? So hopefully you all could add to the conversation. That'll be fine. Trouble Rock case. I get why she kept the baby. Yeah, I would. I get that too, of course. Oh, I can click on her. I didn't know. I'm sorry. I would have pinned your comments. I didn't know. Allegedly, everything is alleged. Yes, it is. Yeah, you see this up here? Copyright. Everything's alleged. True will rock. Kept the. You understand how she kept the baby. Then it is right here, and then it's she was tired of getting ABs. Yep, she thought that it might be a last chance to give birth to a baby. Right, I believe that. Blue got that girl pregnant 4 times and 3 going to what you expect if you're not using protect. Yeah, that's how most men like him get down. That's how Chris thought that my just like supposed to terminate, to give, to AB her baby. And but yeah, it's like LaKenya and all these other women was good enough. My dad's life figured, well, how come these other women had your baby? They was good enough to have your baby, but I wasn't good enough to have your baby. Really, Chris? You a bum. You a whole bum. Why can't I have your baby? I know what level you working on, buddy. Okay. So anyway, thank you so much, y'all. I want to smack y'all ear. Thank you so much, y'all. Have a blessed day. Please make sure y'all get some things accomplished today. May a bank open up to y'all and get y'all paid. Okay. May a bank open up and give y'all $1,000,000. May that happen. We gonna put the energy out for that. May. Okay. Anyway, thank you so much for coming in. Thanks for my listening to my quick. I said I'm talking crazy. My quick. I had food in my mouth. Sorry. Thank you for my quick analysis about these crazy folks. Yes, I called them crazy. Don't y'all be jumping in here. Don't call Blueface crazy. You can't diagnose them. I can tell you what now I'm not a medical doctor, so I can't tell you I can't diagnose them medical wise, but I can tell they got some crazy ass energy. I sure can do that. Thank you very much. Okay. All right. Get off my back. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for coming in.